hopping on the Thrifty Thursday train. Hey, it's Care, aka the Krabby Crafter, LOL. We're gonna do the Thrifty Thursday thing because we do a lot of thrifting, and I have some stuff to say on it because that's what I do here at My Take at the Lake. Couple of housekeeping duties first. Check this out. We're over 1,000 subscribers. How cool is that? Thank you to everyone who has watched and commented and liked and subscribed and shared the videos. Couldn't do it without you. Much appreciated. Those of you who have watched a few times, you probably don't even realize you're not subscribed. Maybe not, because a full 85% of people who are watching my videos, 85%, that's a big number, are not yet subscribed. I have a giveaway planned for 1,111 subscribers. Of those 85%, if each one of you, if you be so kind and you do enjoy the content and you have come back more than once or twice, please consider subscribing. It's a huge boost to the channel, and that gets us closer to the giveaway. However, I'm not going to let 1,000 plus subscribers just go by unnoticed. I made this fantastic little souvenir for you and for me. It's got little crabby quotes. I am soft and sweet inside. Honest. Yeah, I am. Some crabby stuff. There is life outside the bucket. Some beautiful clip art. I want you to have something to remember me by. This is free, absolutely free to anyone and everyone who wants to go and get it. It's on my Patreon channel. There will be a link below, even though it's a Patreon channel. This is free. I'm using my Patreon page as my website for now. YouTube doesn't let us put stuff on our channels, in our description, etc. So all I can do is offer you a link to the freebie, and it's fun. We all have a soft side, I think, and a hard outer shell that protects us. We're either crabby or bitchy or snotty or snarky or something, and it's a defense mechanism. Sometimes, in the brilliant words of Stephen King, being a bitch is all a woman has to hold on to. Dolores Claiborne, great movie. Wonderful book, if you haven't seen it or read it. I've had quite a few cups of coffee this morning, and it's a beautiful float day. I'm a little anxious to get going, so pardon me while I bounce off the walls. Thanks. And by the way, speaking of Krabby Crafter, I've gotten some really good comments and feedback on my little sideways rant. I have one at the end of this video, if you'd like to stick around for that. Be my guest. I feel like if I get this stuff out of my head and share it with you, I don't have it earworming me constantly. So today is Thrifty Thursday. I'm going to share some thrifty goodies for you. This hashtag, I learned about it through Candy Cane Creates and Doki Doki Forest. I understand Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming is the host of the hashtag. So please, if you want to hop on and do some Thrifty Thursday videos, please do so. But give Sherry credit for it. That's the whole point of the open collaboration / hashtag, is that she gets a little bit of recognition for hosting the open collaboration. So thank you, ladies, for introducing me to this hashtag. We all know I've been thrift storing for a while now and just doing it haphazardly and randomly. I'm doing a lot less, though. So when I do, maybe it'll be another Thrifty Thursday. But that's what today is, Thrifty Thursday. In today's video, I haven't purchased anything. Most thrifty videos that I make, for sure, and many that I watch, are going to the thrift stores and bringing back oodles of goodies and treasures that I got at a ridiculously low price. For example, my jelly plate print combs that were $20 at Amazon. I got them for 99 cents, brand spanking new at St. Vinny's. But it doesn't have to be stuff you go and buy. It can be stuff that just comes to you. And I'm going to share that kind of stuff with you today. So I did not shop, but I got a load of goodies. First of all, I got some new tennis shoes. More new tennis shoes. I gotta show you. They're so cool. I love Saucony, and purple is my thing. Check these out. And tucked in each one of my shoes, were wadded up, toe-shaped tissue. And there's, 40 sheets here. And all I can see here is stamping and making Tim Holtz style tissue paper. Carrie at Mixed Media Arts has done 2 videos on that. I will link those below. They are brilliant. I've also seen, I think at Seven Plaza, recently did make your own Holtz tissue. brilliant. If I can find that one too, I will link it below, because this stuff takes stamping beautifully, and there's other things that you can do with it. And as you can see here, I've a truckload. That was free with the purchase of my new tennis shoes. Thank you, Saucony. I completely lied to you. I did purchase a couple of things. It's August, so all the stores are gearing up for back to school. Go stock up on composition books. And I know a lot of my new subscribers, hello, if you're new, so glad you're here. Hello, if you've been here, so glad you're here. But a lot of new subscribers came from a composition book video that I put out a little while ago. And so I know you're into composition books. Right now is the time to get them. Right now, they're half price. They're usually 97 cents. They're 50 cents right now. In the past, I have gotten them for a quarter after school starts. And everyone's gotten their supplies, and Walmart doesn't want to send them back. But the last couple years, I haven't seen them go on clearance for a quarter. I think they just put them back because it just makes sense. Why sell them for a quarter if you can sit on them and sell them for 50 cents next year? Or $1. But right now, 50 cents. So I got 5 for $2.50, and every time I do a grocery order, I get 5 more. And that way, I never have to pay full price for it during the course of the year. And I will go through these. I journal with them. I make different kinds of journals with them. I will link a playlist below of some of the composition books that I've got going on. And those of you who subscribed through the composition book video, I will be doing more with these, so stay tuned. The other thing that I get at back to school prices are glues. I get the good stuff and the store brand stuff. This was 25 cents. These were 50 cents. Again, every time I order, until the school sales are off, I will get 2 of each. I make my own Mod Podge, and I really, really like it because it doesn't have the sheen that the matte version has. And so I stock up. Again, why pay full price if you don't have to? You're going to buy it anyway. Might as well buy it half price. So I did buy. I totally forgot. I didn't go to a thrift store, so this just slipped my mind. Some fun things from friends. Let your peeps know that you are into junk journaling. You will have to explain what that is. They'll probably still not get it, but they'll say, I can give you my junk, and you'll take it? And you'll say, well, depending, but sure. Yeah, my friend Leanne is a huge supporter of my junk journal adventures, as is my mother and my aunt. And my mother tells everybody she knows. And so now her friends and her neighbors are sending me stuff, which is really cool. Leanne brought me these little guys. I don't know if she thrifted them, but they were free to me. That's pretty thrifty. 0 cost to me. I think she thrifted this beauty of a punch. I love this thing. I have some jelly plates, prints here. That is fantastic. Thank you, Leanne. I love it. Love, love, love that little punch. Too fun. And she was thrift shopping, and she bought a truckload of $8 and $15 sunglasses, but she got them, I think she said $1 a piece. And they're these fantastic, thick cart tags. We'll just call them tags. They have the hole pre-punched. And I've seen, what is her name? I'm not going to be able to think of it. I'll flash it up here on the screen. She makes out of gift cards what look like metal tags, and they are fantastic. And it doesn't require any special stuff, acrylic paint. I can't remember exactly how she does it. I will link her video below. It's brilliant. And even though these aren't going to be tag, like typical tag shaped or charms, I think they make great tags. They are so thick. And as you can see, I have a glut of them. And so when I attempt that, I will make a video and share that with you. But in the meantime, go check out this person's video on it and start saving your used gift cards. They're not just for scraping and tag making anymore. This was a found object. I've been purging my kitchen cupboards, and I think my mom got me this a few years ago for Christmas. But I have cookbooks and I have recipe binders, and I didn't feel like taking all the holiday ones out. I know just where they are, etc., etc. So I'm just leaving them intact. But I have this great little thing. So I'm going to empty it again, it was a Christmas gift for free. I did put it in the St. Vinny's donate box, but I pulled it back out because it has all these index cards in it. If I don't want to make recipe cards, I can paint them. I can do all kinds of stuff. They're nice, heavy cards. I can scrape paint on this side and they'll be beautiful journal cards. I can do a lot with these. And this book, these make great storage for small fussy cuts, or this would make a good ransom letter collector. Each little pocket would be its own letter because you can see what's in here and they're fairly easy accessible. So there's lots of uses for these little old photo albums. I'll bet you have truckloads of them somewhere. You can get them at Walmart for $1 if you want to. You can make your own cover and just go to town, which is what this person did. Very simple, scrapbook paper, and a printout. Easy. It doesn't get easier than that. Scrapbook paper. And it's beautiful. And I love it, but I don't need it. And it's okay. I love the thought. She gave it to me as a gift, and I am going to use it as I see fit. And that means taking it apart and using all its parts from my junk journal adventure. It's still morning, right? I can still have coffee, because that's what I need. A little bit more coffee. This was also in my basement. It's an American Journey sketchbook from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. And I've been saving it / hoarding it because it's a beautiful sketchbook. And I wanted to fill it with beautiful sketches. I'm not a beautiful sketcher. I'm just not. I wanted to do urban sketching with watercolor. I had so many big plans for this. I'll bet this book I purchased in 1993. So what is that, 30 years that I have been hoarding it and not doing anything with it? It's time. And somewhere along the line, it got wet. And so all the corners of every page were wet. That, pardon me, pissed me off. So I took my X-Acto knife. No, I did not. I took my utility knife. It's way too big of a job for an X-Acto knife. And I just held it real tight, and I just cut that corner off and decided it's time to use this. And I watched another video of someone I've not watched before. I will link it, flash it up here and link it below, because of course I can't remember again. It was the only video I've watched of hers so far, and I so fell in love with it. Her style of doing it, just like Sue Fichter. I love her style, and I just went to making it, and now that's how I make my stuff. And I love this style, completely different way of journaling, and I love it. So I started it, and I figured this was the perfect size. And because it's spiral bound, I think it can take quite a bit of bulk. It can take quite a bit. And I've done a couple spreads. I'm going to decorate the cover. I'm going to do something wonderful eventually with the cover, but a couple spreads in the style of that person that I was watching. And what she does is just journal in between, in the white places. And I love that they're all color coordinated. I just grabbed what was close. I had something in my hand and I thought, what strikes me first? And it was this. There are dragonflies on that pillowcase. Cuddle down. Oh, the most magnificent bedding. Not affiliated. Just a big fan of their sheets and pillowcases and blankets from heaven. They're wonderful. And that was what was handy. And this was on another page. And I just like the colors, so I grabbed a few things that coordinated. Same thing with this. And I had the black and white out, and I had pulled some hot pink, some neon colors to go here, but I didn't like it. I liked just the black and white, so I used the black and white in pages further back and used the neon there. And again, these are just going to be journaling spots. And what I think for this is I'm gonna, not a daily journal, just when I've got something stuck in my craw. For example, this first one, or talk about journaling for just a second. In season, a fresh new outlook. I've been watching the Minimalist Mom lately about her purging ideas and her organizing, decluttering tips. And she talks a lot about what season are you in life right now. Not your fantasy self, not who you were 10 years ago. Right now, does it fit right now. We always talk about living in the moment and staying present in the moment, not worrying about the future and not fretting about the past, just staying right here in the moment. This is where all our power is. The only time you really want to think about the future is when you think about your dreams and where you want to go and visualize it in a positive way. Otherwise, all your power is right here. This moment is all you can do. And this moment, being present, is moment by moment. But in terms of your goals and your dreams and your projects and the stuff that if you're trying to declutter your house, is this who I was? Is this who I hope to be someday? Does it fit me right now? Do these clothes fit me right now? Not necessarily just size-wise, but I work from home now. Do I need all this high-dollar, high-heeled suits and dress shirts? And no, I don't. I hope to never need those again. I'm more of a jeans and a sweatshirt kind of gal every day, all day. I always was, but because I worked outside of the home, you had a dress code. That's never been me. Pardon me, fuck all that shite. So I can easily get rid of the suits and the heels, keep my favorites, keep one, just in case I have something to attend that jeans and a sweatshirt won't do. But I want to journal about that, being present on a larger scale. That's one of these things that keeps rattling around in my brain. This is the perfect place to explore that. So it won't be just a daily thing. It'll be, and there's a message on this one too. Don't hide. Go seek. That's a biggie. Same thing, about don't hide because you're not who you want to be yet. Don't hide because you're not who you were before. Go seek. Seek your dreams now. Seek your best self now. This is a lot of PCU stuff, but there's a lot of overlap, especially when we talk about journaling. PCU, if you're new, it is one of my other channels. It's called Positively Creative You. PCU, the Universe-ity of Ideas. And it's all about living your best life now. So that's what this journal is going to be. And I just love how these few pages turned out already. And anytime you have a journal that you're jazzed about, it's so much easier. So that's fun. And it was free. It cost me a truckload way back when. It was a pricey little adventure, and that's I think why I hoarded it so long, because it's junk if nobody uses it ever, right? So that's another thing. I have a whole Thrifty Thursday basement haul to show you. I have found in my purging adventures some amazing stuff, and I keep piling it up for you for a video, so stay tuned. Oh, this was mine too. This I had squirreled away somewhere. Beautiful imagery. Gorgeous. I think I'm just going to put this right in my glue book pile because there's so many wonderful color images in here that I think that's when oh, blueberries. I have a blueberry thing going on too, so I think I'll just put that right in that particular thing. My mom's been saving me these are in our newspaper, Cheers and Jeers. What great clip art. If you haven't seen Eva at Bohemian Crafting, she started a 100 Days project, and God love her. She worked so hard, and it was just too much, I think, for her, and who can blame her? Hers was going to be 100 days of just stuff from her newspaper. She's a genius. Anyway, she made so many cool tags out of just bits and pieces of her newspaper. I'll link that playlist below if you haven't seen it. Though I have to say their newspaper is way cooler than our newspaper. I have a video coming out for you about, I did find a nice newspaper that had lots of colors and beautiful graphics, and I'm going to try some of her goodies, but that's down the road. Peace. Who knows when you'll see mine, so go check out hers. These are from Mom from her birthday. Apparently, they're now mine. Pink peonies for my hot pink project that I got going on, my opera project. Those, oh look at, those might even go in there. If if you're not going to use the clip art, paint a page over it. Paint. And then you've got a really cool cover for something, a small journal or a tuck-in or a journaling spot. Just white gesso on the inside and you're good to go. This might be cool for my polka dot project. In this bag, this is all stuff from my mom's neighbor who is purging. She's getting ready to sell her house, and so she's going through her basement. And look at all the magazines. And these are great stuff that I don't normally get. Time magazine, fabulous pictures. Consumer reports. Again, not something I would naturally purchase or subscribe to, but look, there's a dog. I'm in. Consumer reports, lots of those. Smithsonian. Oh, I love Smithsonian magazine. RCR. Nature Conservancy catalog or magazine. Probably a catalog. Smithsonian. Audubon. I didn't even have to ask. I just told my mother what I was doing, and she asked. And looky here. And I have in this, oh, what else do we have? I missed a couple. Lion's Roar, Buddhism, Meditation, and Life. All kinds of stuff for me in PCU. National Parks magazines. And I got a stack of just regular magazines from my mom. Good Housekeeping, Health and Fitness, Women's Day, catalogs. Here, World Art, just all kinds of stuff. Free for the asking. And Uncle have been saving their magazines and catalogs for me as well. So these are, again, from my aunt and my uncle, just for the asking. Do you have any old magazines or catalogs? Look how yummy. I love Birds and Blooms. Gorgeous photography. Lots and lots of beautiful things. Reminisce. Oh, how fun. I'm so excited about this. I thought these were his gun catalogs, so I wasn't too thrilled, but holy smokes. Reminisce. Elvis, look how fun. Just for the asking. Another thing that my aunt always saves for me are these samples from, she gets them in her newspaper. She shops a lot, so they're always in her shopping bags. But they're perfume samples. You know, and they're usually heavier duty paper. They've got that little flap of scent in them. I use these I put them in my garbage bins. I put them in my vacuum bags. Of course, I open them up just to get the smelly part out and use just that part. I tear the paper part off. But for junk journaling, these would be great tuck-ins. You know, leave them intact, but scrapey paint over them or use them on the gel plate and make them pretty, but with that pop of scent. I think anytime you can add a layer of something into the junk journals, whether it's texture, visual, or scent, the sense of smell. Why not? I think it'd be great fun. A lot of my papers smell like bounce sheets because they used to smell like cabbage, and then I put bounce sheets in my paper stash, and now they smell like clean laundry rather than old vegetables. And I just think that adds another layer of texture. I also use scented wax to wax my embroidery floss, and it's just a light scent, but one more thing of interest in a junk journal. And I hear you. What in the hell are you gonna do with all those catalogs and magazines? That's too much to store, and it is. I have a spot for them, and I'm gonna go through the ones that I've already harvested and either use them as glue books or recycle them. I've given loads away to my best friend and her daughters because I'm getting them into glue books. So I give a lot of them away once I've harvested them. Some I give them some new because who needs that many magazines? But it's nice to have a mix. And I also, with my mom's neighbor's stack, because she is a patron of the national parks and Yosemite National Park and the World Wildlife Federation and Audubon and on and on and on. I think there were 6 or 8 beautiful. I do have a picture. I took a little video because I have a project for that I want to show you. Actually, I've already shown you my make glue books out of wall calendars video. I will link that below. That's what all these calendars are going to be. Look at that postage. Isn't that just amazing? All these stamps. Back to the magazines. I'm a little scattered. Did I mention too much coffee? Let me just reiterate. Oh my God. We'll be talking more about this very soon, but Amy at Doki Doki Forest and I and Jean Bainey, I think she's willing to play along. We've been big into magazine harvests lately, and if you've ever watched a magazine harvest, they're very relaxing on one hand. On the other hand, I find them a little kind of frustrating because they leave a lot of stuff behind. And this happened as a result of, I was watching Doki Doki Forest harvest a magazine, and one of the magazines she had was a science magazine. And there were all kinds of pictures of Einstein and Tesla, and she just passed right past them. And I texted her, I'm like, oh my God. And she said, I still have it in the recycle bin if you'd like it. And I said, yes, please, because I want to do an Einstein. Might as well have an Einstein and Tesla journal. It was always going to be Einstein, but I love Tesla too. The man, not the car company. Anyway, Doki Doki Forest, Jean Bainey, and I are hosting an open collaboration called #HarvestedMagSwap. We are each going to harvest some magazines, and then we're going to send those harvested magazines to each other. I'm going to send some to Amy and to Jean, and they're going to send some to me. And then I'm going to harvest the magazines they've already done. It's a nice way to recycle. It doesn't have to just go in the recycle bin. And I think it'd be like just a crazy cool treasure hunt, because now it's not a fresh new magazine. It's already been harvested. So you got to think about things in maybe a different way and look a little deeper and see things maybe a little differently, which is always a good idea. So you'll hear way more about that in upcoming videos from all of us. But since we're talking about magazines and why I have so bloody many of them, that's one reason. Plus I am giant into glue booking, and I keep them to share. I go through them a lot instead of gathering everything all at once. If I'm looking for hot pink peonies or hot pink flowers, then I'll just grab a stack and look just for that. I keep them to go through them again and again and again. And I keep them for glue pads, and I keep them to share. They have a space, and if there's too many for that space, well, then they go someplace else, not here. Anyway, thank you ladies for introducing me to Thrifty Thursday. Thank you so much for hosting it. To Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming, go check out her channel and her Thrifty Thursday. If you want more Thrifty Thursday videos, put in the search bar at YouTube #Thrifty Thursday, and it'll pull up all the videos using that hashtag. It's brilliant, and you can just Thrifty Thursday your day away. Have a lovely, lovely crafty day. Please go love up your beastlies, because you never know what tomorrow's gonna bring. Magic at the lake. Out for now.